What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of IDK Sports Podcast, your premier podcast to talk sports with the average guys. My name is Anthony. This is my main man, Kenny.
Yes, sir.
It's just every Monday, 5 p.m., right here on YouTube or any podcast platform. Like, follow, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, man. So, had a lot going on, since the last time we potted. We got the Final Four happening. We got champions out here. We got the draft coming up, WNBA draft and NFL draft about to come up. Pro days have happened since, and I think you would appreciate this musical
selection.
This musical selection. I'm gonna take it back. Are you ready for this one?
Let's do it.
No, some people here were bigger Roscoe Dash fans than others.
Just a legend, bro. It's a legend. He's a legend, bro.
And I thought this would be a good one because some people showed out in the championship games and at their pro days. So I think it's a good song to pick.
I'm with it. I see the vision, brother.
Hey man, Roscoe Dash, show out. Hey, bro, talk about getting the party turned. Hey. And chatty. That.
He had hits. If we really want to get into it, we can make a whole pod about it. Roscoe had hits. You know what I'm saying? He had hits.
He had hits. Dang, he did have some. I'm looking at it now.
You know what I'm saying? They want to play him like he's a one-hit wonder, bro. Bro had records. He had records. He was supposed to be the one. If we here to talk about it, he was supposed to be the one.
Yeah, because this song right here.
Up next.
That Omar banger.
I'm just saying, it wasn't by happenstance.
Hey man, so Roscoe Dash, man. Hey, some of y'all young cats, they don't know nothing about it. And know what I'm saying? I see that y'all get my man Young LA. You know what I'm saying?
Started giving him his flowers.
Hey, Futuristic Loving. Y'all ain't even got there yet. Y'all still on other song. Y'all ain't even got my man. Y'all ain't even got with him yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared of how y'all gonna react when y'all hear Futuristic Loving because that's the one. That's a bang.
You know what I'm saying? I see them starting to spin the block on a few. I see Young Dro starting to pop out of the
few. Can we talk about as far as hood legend? Young Dro top 5 for the hood.
Bro, we can talk about it. You found your right company today. You found the right company today.
I don't take no Dro slander, bro. Dro is top 5 for the hood. I ain't gonna hold you.
Bro, because that first album underneath Grand Hustle?
Rubber Band Banks, boing, yoing, yoing. You know what I'm saying? Shoulder everybody know that. And it came back FDB was that was a late hit. He had already made hits before that. Came back, that was a late hit, and people felt it.
Man, bro, what was that joint? Best Thing Smoking. That was the name of that joint. Best Thing Smoking album. That joint was top to bottom, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Back in that same era where it was futuristic, stupid fruity swag, that whole talk about an era. You ain't nan nigga with more polos than Young Dro. Ain't nobody. My man was Carlton Banks down. Carlton Banks to the flow. You know what I'm saying? Crazy colors in polos, bro. And y'all wasn't there, bro. Y'all wasn't there for that Ralph Lauren era, bro.
Boy, that Grand Hustle era was pretty good too, though. And that Grand Hustle era, because T.I. was still out here.
Yeah, still active. It was still T.I. versus Tip was still dropping around that same time. Yeah. You remember B.O.B.?
Yeah, B.O.B. was, people forget he was signed to Grand Hustle.
Exactly.
He actually brought Iggy in the game. You want to talk about it? It's a great time. It was a great time.
Think Meek's first record deal was with Grand Hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Boy had hits. He had hits. Then like
something, bro. I mean, had that turned out the way he wanted, probably won't be doing comedy now.
Yeah, it's like it's You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the real ones that keep going. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
What? It's a big t-shirt out. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Hey, Foot Locker. You don't know about that.
Niggas are still dancing in the club when this shit came on. Niggas are still dancing in the club.
Joker was what?
I ain't got no room.
Hey, boy, no dro slander will be said. Top 5
at all.
Top 5 in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, she be at what dro at? What are we talking about, bro?
Trying to tell you.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that yo, go back listen to them Grand Hustle tapes, bro.
I'm trying to tell you,
man. You had Dro, you know, Young LA was out here, you know, T.I. was still going, B.O.B. was still out here.
Bro had a crew, early crew.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My brother was part of the dark skin elite. It was, he repped the brand.
He repped the brand. But let's go right into the Final Four. Let's talk about the women's one, because all I can say to this one is, when you talk about Paige, all you can say is, hey, Lotto said it best. They like this. Go, 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 go. When you talk about UConn, that's all I want to hear, yo. They go. Because, like, boy, what the young kids say? Belt the ass? That's
belt, BTA gang.
Boy,
BTA. And in consecutive order. Consecutive order. We're gonna run a lap around UCLA. Come back in a couple days, take a day off, come back, and we're gonna run a lap around South Carolina too. In short order.
Now, in my defense, when we talked about this, I said UConn was playing hot right now, and I said I don't think it's going to be close. Look at the live. Y'all want to look back at the live after the preview. I said, hey, Kenny, I love Don, and I love South Carolina. Shout out to all of them. Raven, Fagan, Bree Hall. You know, I can name them all. Chloe, you know what I'm saying? Joyce, all of them. It hurt my heart watching it. Yeah. But I saw it coming, though. I saw with Sarah Strong, Buzz, and Paige, they was moving ever since the Sweet 16. And I said, I don't think it's going to. I told you, I said they're going to beat the crap out of UCLA, and I don't think the championship game is going to be close. You was like, I don't know, UCLA with Kiki and all them, that ain't whoop their ass.
I definitely had them putting up more of a fight than that. I was like, nah, you know, your girl Lauren Betts, she gonna, you know what I'm saying, she gonna put on a show. I think she's too strong in the paint. I still had UConn and South Carolina in my final matchup. Again, check the facts, go back to the live.
Yeah.
I still had them in my final matchup. I just had them putting up more of a fight. But god damn.
That was an ass.
I was talking Stella, just a clinic of a BTA, bro. Let's show some love, like love around the board. Paige, I think she had like what, maybe 16, 18 against UCLA.
Freshman had 25. Then she had like 20 and 15.
Sarah, bruh.
Yeah, she a dog.
I know they were showing love. I know this is like Paige's time right now. I get it. She's going off to the draft.
But the good hands. You're in good hands now.
Right. But be clear, this is Sarah's team. And I want to show love to I thought KK Arnold was tough too. That two guard they got.
Yeah.
That two guard they got there, she gets tough buckets.
Yeah.
Tough buckets. And she kind of brings like a lot of spark to that team too. So like Ant just says, y'all are in good hands moving forward. while for damn sure while Sarah's there, she only a freshman, or she was a freshman this past year.
Yeah.
So then you got KK, she was just a sophomore. You feel me? So for the next 2 to 3 years, don't be surprised. This ain't gonna be the last time you see UConn. This ain't gonna be the last time.
I would take away that they had too much scoring, bro. Like Gino finally had all his stars, like Fudd and Paige were together, and every time that they played together, they made the championship game. They made the championship game against the South Carolina, the Leo Boston South Carolina team when they was young.
Mm-hmm.
They made it this year. They won it. They just got too much scoring. When you add Sarah Strong to it, who is 3-tier scorer, like can post you up, take you to the hole, shoot the three. Then you add a knockdown shooting scorer like for straight out of Arlington, VA product. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And Sarah Strong is a North Carolina product straight out of Durham. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta show love.
You know what I'm saying? Gotta show love. It was just too much scoring. They got too much. Like you can't. Like they have so much scoring where anybody can get off. Like Paige didn't have to get off like that. Old girl did, but against Oklahoma in the Sweet 16, they needed Paige. Paige scored 40. Paige scored 30 in the I think 30 in the Final Four game against UCLA. So it's like they had so much scoring, and South Carolina just don't have. Don is used to having a dominant big. She had Asia, and she had Aaliyah, and she had Camilla. She's used to having a dominant big. This year, she had that dominant big, and she couldn't get enough scoring from her guards. Tessa got cold. Joyce played okay. Joyce was up and down the whole time. She's young though. She's a freshman. Raven played, but you know what I'm saying. Pow knocked on a couple of shots, but it wasn't. They couldn't get enough scoring to keep up. And then once they got down, I knew it was going to be bad. But it's not all doom and gloom for South Carolina. Still got Joyce coming back. Raven's probably coming back. They just added the transfer. Old girl from Florida State. He scored in the league. You know, they added her. You still got Chloe coming back. They still got a good nucleus, but Don is gonna have.
Yeah, the cupboard is definitely stocked. The cupboard is definitely stocked.
So they still got a good squad coming back. They lost a lot of people, lost some senior leadership doing Pow, Bree, Fagan. They all leaving. So you know, you don't see what they're gonna be. Like you said, we just said UConn, like I can see them back in this championship again. You know what I'm saying? Some people said, oh, well, they got there if Juju didn't get hurt. I don't know. I think they still do. They was hot. Not saying that Juju ain't like that, but they had three women that could go get it. And I think it was just the storybook ending for Paige. You know what I'm saying? The storybook ending for Paige. That's what I think. But you know where I'm going with it next, though. Where we put her?
Well, hold on. Let me before we get to that. Hold on. Let me just show some love for UConn real quick. So, you had offense being like the taskbar for their run, which solid too. But I'm gonna look at defense too, because these girls dubbing in these last two games. You know, the game against UCLA, 20 plus. Game against South Carolina, it was up like 30 on them girls. You know what I'm saying? So, and it was all fundamental steals, attacking the glass, block shots, just suffocating. Everybody's closing out on the shooter, especially against South Carolina, closing out on all their shooters. You know what I'm saying? Their strength was their guards this year, as Ant just mentioned. Their strength was their guards. So between their guards up there, you know what I'm saying, Fudd, Paige, I just mentioned my girl KK, all of them closing out, attacking the perimeter. After that, you know, Sarah gonna hold down the paint, get rebounds. Like I said, they just attacking the defensive glass. So those little steals, those turnover baskets, and making those points count, bruh. Defense, these last two games being shut down. Hey, keep mess around, and even when they got the ball back on offense, I think even Kiki got fouled out in that UCLA game. Just how much she got wore out on both ends of the court. You know what I'm saying? So playing attacking defense and attacking offense, bro. Hats off. You know what I'm saying? Again, you're gonna see them for a couple years. They're gonna be something to deal with moving forward. Because they got talent and even more talent coming. So don't even stress yourself.
Yeah. So Paige got a championship that everybody needed. She got a championship. So now,
all right, UConn elite, top 5 UConn player of all time.
She's up there. I mean, it's a question. It's an argument. It's an argument.
She's up there.
I mean, like, I don't. She's a UConn elite. She goes up there as an elite UConn women's basketball player. That championship that she won. Now I'm gonna play both sides of the pool or the pond, whatever. Personally, I do think she's up there for me as one of the top 5 UConn players because what she had to go through and who she had to go through to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember they lost in the Final Four to that LSU team that won it all.
Yeah.
Or the 2016 or one of them years. They lost to the LSU team that ended up beating Caitlin and them to win it all. Yeah. Right? Mm-hmm. They lost to a Aaliyah Boston, South Carolina team, really good basketball team, in the championship game. They won one. Like, she had some stars that she had to go through. And on top of that, who she beat in the regular season when she was there. Like, when she was there, they won. You know what I'm saying? I think the injuries to her and Fudd kind of hurt them from her probably getting multiple. But Paige, for me, still goes up there. I think for me personally, I think I got Stewie, Maya, Taurasi.
Got to.
You can put Paige and Lobo around that same, because Lobo kind of started it. It's kind of hard not to put Lobo in top 5 when she started the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you got somebody, got Sue Burley, got Tina Charles that was there. Not a lot of people that's there. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can see on the other side of it that some people saying how you put her up there when she got only one. That's an argument too, because the young girl could win more than one. That's coming up now.
That's what I have to say, because we talking about Paige. Well, Paige getting one. It is very possible that Sarah Strong may go on like a 3-4 chip run. Very possible.
She could definitely make multiple appearances.
About to say, and her run won't be nothing short of anybody, especially of Paige's run, of I'm gonna go there, of Maya's run when she was at UConn, because the talent pool I'm talking about, the talent pool that she's gonna face every Elite Eight, every Final Four, every championship game. You still got them girls in Texas. You still got them girls, like we just talked about, South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? You still, Juju gonna be back after, rest up, heal up to Juju, but she still probably say 1 year off. She still got her senior year to come back.
She'll be back. So she'll probably be back for the year. She'll probably be back next year.
Well, I said, I'm thinking old school. You know, it's like ACLs used to take like a whole year and some change to recover.
Called modern medicine, nigga.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So she probably be back before they get into playoff tournament time. But again, her time ain't gonna be nothing short. TCU is still a winner. The girls in Notre Dame are still there.
I don't know. They lost a lot of girls, though.
The dog is still there.
Olivia went to TCU, though.
She went to TCU, yeah. She jetted off. But that's because your girl going. That's because Haley going. But, which was a smart move on her part. And she can hoop.
Yeah. Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, these next 3 years could very well, when it's all said and done, if she walks away 2-3-time championship player, mix in, player of the year, mix in some other award, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised.
Yeah, so
baby girl can play. Yes. Baby girl can play for sure.
I think, like, the safe bet for me to say that she's an elite. She goes up there with the elites. at UConn. She's an elite. Like my whole thing was not really ranking her, but my whole thing was before UConn standard is championship. Like you can't just be at UConn and be called an elite without a championship, no matter how good you are, because all the elites have championships. And Paige did it. She got her championship, got the monkey off her back, won the championship. Storybook ended to her career. UConn one riddled with injuries, but she came through, and it's gonna be, I think, gonna be a great pro, a great advocate for the WNBA. WNBA got some great talent coming. They got to be ready to market. They got some great talent coming this draft, next year's draft, and after. They got talent. And you see between Joyce and Sarah with how they played this year, it ain't no lack in talent. Like it's still talent being groomed and ready to go that's coming through the league, So we're all women basketball. Let's talk the big story that we heard. Fuali, by the time this air, we might know where she's going, but we airing this on Friday. Fuali hit the transfer portal.
Yeah.
Now, hitting the transfer portal does not mean she can't come back to South Carolina. Does not mean that she'll go somewhere. It could possibly mean she'll go somewhere else. I really think she'll probably go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you go, and then let you tell me how you feel about this smart move. Don't too soon to tell. Not a smart move. How you feel about her leaving?
I'm gonna just stick with Fuali's case for going. Or that's the reason why I'm in support of her leaving. I don't think it's like bad blood between her and Dawn. I think she was like the sixth man for her first 2 years in South Carolina. She was coming off the bench. Wasn't get too much tick. She would, she'll make a lot out of her opportunity in South Carolina. I think she still got love for Dawn. I mean, how could you not? I think it's a matter of, hey, my style of play just don't match what you want to see on the floor. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean the player's wrong. That doesn't mean the coach is wrong. You know what I'm saying? We know with Dawn, her pedigree already with Aaliyah Boston, Aja, you know what I'm saying? Your girl, Camilla, she got pro. Multiple. Yeah, she got pro pedigree. She know how to develop, develop players. So it ain't no question of her talent as a coach, whether that's championships or player development, it's there. We ain't got to question that. But when it comes to Malaysia, it's like, hey, I think I've outgrown my cage of being a six man off the bench. And that's fair. That's also fair to say. Yeah. Like, hey, when she was in the game, like I said, she provides spark, three ball, take somebody off the handle, crazy dimes. You know what I'm saying? So she has definitely the talent, definitely the skill level to be a superstar guard. Now, can she become that superstar guard? Who are we to say? Yeah. I think so. You know what I'm saying? She got the endorsement of a lot of pro players to be that. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just my eyes that's saying that to you. It's their eyes as well saying like, hey, Malaysia is it. Now, if it's a mutual, separation, which I think it is between her and Dawn and between Malaysia and South Carolina, by all means, baby girl, go off and fly. Go get that tick that you think you deserve. So I think the world is her oyster. Like I said, like Anthony said, I don't think this is going to be a long transfer for her. If I was to put my bet in, I can see her going from SC to SC. Maybe she go from South Carolina to USC.
To play with Juju?
Yeah.
But, okay, go ahead. I'll let you finish.
Yeah. Okay. I could see that happening. I could see I can even see her going up the road and staying in the Carolinas. Just a little quick trip up to Carolina.
I like that. I like that better than
you know what I'm saying? Whether that you about to say because Duke was right there. Duke was right there. Sweet 16. Was it Sweet 16? Or did they make it to the Elite 8?
They made it to the Elite 8 or Sweet 16. But I can see Duke, Carolina. I can see State.
Okay. Yeah. As a matter of fact, one of they girls, I'm messing that girl's name. Aniza, and oh God, forgive me, Aniza James. She just went to she's off to the draft this year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, a couple mock drafts got her going like top 5, top 5, top 8. You know what I'm saying in the draft. So so you just step right in, take her spot. Maybe you don't have to take a long trip, but again, you can be any player that you want to be. She'll still be Malaysia. She's still gonna be a bucket getter. So I'm in support of it. I think it's a fair deal on both sides.
I personally think that Malaysia, I hope she makes the right decision with her next school, that still go to a coach who's gonna hold her accountable. And not just be like, oh, I'm selling tickets and letting her put up points. Because one of the main things for her that she has to improve on, A, is shooting, in my eyes. Right. Mm-hmm. I think shooting is a big one. And then I also think that what's the other one I'm looking for? Phone acting crazy. Shooting, and I think that knowing when to play team ball and when to be flashy. That's another one. And I also think defense.
Defense, gotta say that. Yeah, knew
that. She gotta play defense. Plain and simple. She gotta play defense. If she not going to defend better than she does, but she has the athleticism to defend. So I think it's more of a want to. I think that's what kept her on the bench so long. I think that's what kept her not coming off the bench as much. Don is not going to let you play if you're not going to get out there playing defense and doing defensive assignments like you're supposed to. I think that also she has to learn, like, hey, I am very athletic. I can make all these great passes. I can get to the hole and stuff like that. But it's a time for that, but it's also a time for team ball, right? Can everybody else keep up with what I'm doing right now? Not in the pros, it's college. So everybody ain't gonna be up to that same caliber, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'm going down here behind the back doing this, like, cool. Yeah. But did you see like the big that was wide open? You know what I'm saying? Did you see that? Like, I think sometimes she does do great flashy plays as highlights, but also she also needs to, like, I think right now I wouldn't trust her as my starting point guard.
Well, that's also the thing too. Like, I don't believe she was ever a true point. You know what I'm saying? She has her game is more tailored to being a 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, let her create, let her get her own shot, let her get downhill if she needs to. Like, she's
but the
good
ball
at
getting in your hand though. Like, you got to move the ball.
Yeah, and you got to move without the ball too as a 2 guard. So it's like those
fast break. She's amazing. Fast break. She's amazing. Who's going to understand that type of athleticism besides Don? Because you basically are Don. You're Don. Like, Fawali is new school Don. So Don understands what it feels like to be the most athletic person on the court, but also keep my teammates involved. Right? Who else is going to understand that? Where do you go? I don't think she played defense good enough for Gino.
Oh, nah.
You know what I'm saying? She might can go down to LSU with Kim, maybe. I say Duke, but Carol Lawson gonna make the Duke girls play defense. Carol Lawson gonna make you play defense.
I'm about to say, but she can't go to LSU again. They got a freshman that they like, Michaela. Michaela's there, so you ain't about to take over from Michaela.
I mean, UCLA ain't got no. UCLA lost their whole team to the portal, so you got that. She might go to the SEC. Might go down to like to get her own team. She might join my man Coach Vickers at Auburn. He's like, hey yo, you got the ball. Here you go. About what Malaysia wants, but I hope she goes somewhere where a coach is still gonna hold her accountable, because it's not just about you being the best now. You still need to develop, because like her name should be up there with the Juju and the Paige and the set. Like, she has that talent, but certain things, like, she has to stay motivated when she doesn't have the ball, and defense. Personally, I hope she come back to South Carolina. I think Don is really like holding her, like trying to help her. But I can understand you like, oh, everybody else eating. I'm not. Like, I'm coming off the bench. Even the freshman Joyce came in and averaged 18 this year. But Joyce also rebounded and played defense. So
I think Dawn. I think that's what I'm saying. I think they already made their bed. We mentioned earlier, like, old girl coming from FSU. You know what I'm saying? You still got Tessa there. You still got Raven still there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there ain't no room for me. That bed is already made. You know what I mean? So I I think it's kind of like seeing the writing on the wall. Like, hey, between her and Dawn, some conversation had to be had. Like, hey, we planning on going this way. You know, hey girl, I love you. You can always come back. You know, but know that.
Yeah, I think she still would have came off the bench, but she probably would have had like good minutes though.
I'm going into year 3. I'm not coming off the bench no more. And that could very well be my latest standpoint. Like, hey, I'm not coming off the bench.
That's fair. That's a fair standpoint. I just hope she goes somewhere with somebody that's going to help to still develop her and not just be like, hey, go out here and make all these flashy plays. And yeah, I'm putting up 25 or 23, but I'm turning the ball over 6-7 times a game because I'm doing much. So
and that doesn't mean, like you said, her development ain't done. Like, shoot, man, she still got 2-3 years of eligibility probably. So, you know, you find another coach. I think she still should stay in the SEC. But like you said, Auburn. I didn't even think about Auburn. That's a good shot right there. But staying in the SEC, Coach Vickers, if she ended up going to Auburn, that's a good leg up, bro. And that's a hell of a way to get an interest in, you know what I'm saying, for Vickers too. That's a good win for him. You know what I'm saying, with that program. So that's makes a lot of sense that I'm thinking about it. But I think she still got a lot of years of development, bro. She could still be the prospect we wanted to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's more on her. I think it's more on the coach. Like, what coach is gonna like? If the coach that comes there, the coach that's rocking with her will still hold her accountable like Don. Like when she stopped playing defense, Don took her ass out.
Okay, let me throw this at
you. Turnovers, Don was like, "Hey, yo, chill. Keep doing the ball over. I gotta take you out." Like, that's how it's gonna be in the pros. Like, yeah, it looks nice, but in the pros, if she don't play defense, she's not gonna touch the court.
Yeah, I would liken that to the player and the system, right? So let's say during Caitlin Clark's run, and for whatever reason at Iowa, something went left, and she ended up going to UConn. Are we still talking? Okay, this is my point, right? Would she be the same phenom that we know her as today if she was in the UConn system, where she only getting like 20 minutes a game? You know what I'm saying? It was a little more systematic.
Played in UConn, but she wouldn't be able to take all them shots, like them crazy ass
exactly,
shots.
That's what I'm saying. The shot selection would have been different. Like you said, Gino ain't playing a lot of that shit. It's like, hey, we have a system here. We have a brand that works. You know what I'm saying? It's that style clash. Now, what we do know of Caitlin is that she went to Iowa, got her own squad, ran, played ball the way she wanted, and we know her as a phenom today. So maybe it's just that, hey, let me find my system.
But who knows what coaches have shown the ability to deal with athletic guards on the women's game? A lot of their guards are not just athletic. A lot of them like deal with bigs or deal with great shooters. You're talking about a purebred athlete. Pure athlete right now. Like,
get downhill, all of it.
Downhill, all that. So, like, I don't know. Let me see what kind of. It'd be interesting to see where she goes. She might go to TCU. You know what I'm saying? With Olivia. Olivia can get her the ball. Olivia, a true point. She a point.
Yeah, every point.
Good
point too.
So we'll see. We'll see how that go, man. But I wish her the best of luck. You know what I'm saying? I'll definitely still be watching. I wish Wally the best of luck. I'm still, a little part of me still wanted to come back to South Carolina. She's from Columbia, bro. She's from Columbia.
Like right up the road, bro. She's right up the road with it.
There, dog. Like, she's from Columbia, dog. South Carolina is in Columbia, South Carolina. She's from Columbia, dog. Like,
bro, that's what I'm saying. I think Dawn heart bleeds too. Like, that's her girl. Like, if anything, like,
yeah, like,
I know Dawn put her arm around her.
One of the assistants that used to play for Dawn, That's the assistant coach. One of the assistant coaches now said she's been knowing for a while since she was like in the 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? So, we'll see.
She got love in that program, bro. I don't think something like this happened without at least some backroom conversation happening, bro. They put their arm around her too much to think otherwise, that there's gonna be some hate or there's bad blood there. I think it's very much like, hey, let me go see what the world has for me too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I can't hold up my program for one person. Like, they got a lot of talent that come through South Carolina, bro. And Malaysia is just in a long list of that. That doesn't make her a bad player. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I mean, Angel Reese was a good player at Maryland.
Let's keep it a buck. Yeah, man. And to keep it a buck, that was it Rivers who played in state? Or was it that played in state? She was in South Carolina. Like one of the state, that girl, I can't, her name, the girl with the locks and everything. I can't think of her name right now, but she was in South Carolina. She transferred too with the state. Hooper.
Yeah.
So it happens. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you get caught in the just caught in like the fold and everything. But
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Transitioning to the next one, man. The men's tournament. All I got really on the men's tournament is that Duke was the most talented team, and it just shows always the most talented team doesn't always win the tournament. I think Houston locked down Duke, and Duke got cold at the wrong time, lost that Final Four game, and we had a Final Four game. It was still a decent game, physical game. Kind of wanted Kelvin Sampson to win, because he's been doing this for a long time, trying to win a championship, but Duke was not Duke, but the game between Houston and them. Houston had them by 12 points. Let Florida come back. Florida wins the national championship. Real gritty game, probably not appeasing to a lot of fans that like the free flow, new basketball, but like I was okay with it as long as the refs were calling it both ways. I thought at the end of the game they started calling ticky-tack fouls for no reason. Like he was letting them play in the first half and I let them play in the second half. But that's just me. But I think the men's game was a pure case of just not being able. The most talented team doesn't always win a tournament. Put it like that.
Yeah.
That's really all I got for the men's game.
Yeah, man, I ain't got too much on this one, man. I think what really pissed me off in that championship game, the men's championship game, I ain't got to harp on it, but bro, number 21, I'll say that for Houston, bro. Those damn last 2 possessions for bro, I know like hell he wants those back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants those back like hell. Like one turnover out of bounds, and then one, you go for the shot. You go for the shot. Walter Clayton closes out on it. Also, hell of a game by Walter Clayton. I think he finished like 12 or 11, all in the second half. Just came on in the second half. Getting good buckets for them. Yeah. But anyway, Walter Clayton closed out on that shot. Masterful job. Then after that, he didn't know what to do with it. So win some, lose some. I just think those are just too damn. I know, like in a crucial moment of the game, those are just 2 possessions, and it was just consecutive possessions at the end of the game. Where it's like, damn, bro, you just can't get out your own way, bro. But
it was,
sometimes the sun shines, sometimes it don't, bro. Sun don't shine, sun don't shine.
That's what it is, bro. Like, man, I already got much on it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Florida, winning another championship. They said, my man, that was it Walter Clayton. What's his last name?
Walter Clayton Jr.
Clayton Jr. had a hell of a tournament from start to finish when he played my Spartans. Tore us up, and then he just kept scoring, making big basket after big basket after big basket. So, shout out to him. Shout out to Florida for the national championship. Getting into the transition into like the main topic of the pod today, man. It came out today that Nico didn't come to practice. Again, we're airing this we're recording this Friday, so it might be cleared up by Monday. We'll give our takes on it now. held out from practice, and supposedly he wants a better NIL deal. He wants an NIL deal more comparable to what the people that's coming into college football are getting. I think he signed a $8 million 4-year deal, so basically $2 million a year. And now some kids are getting $4 million a year. You know what I'm saying, at the big schools. And he wants a better deal. So he's threatening to hold out into the transfer portal. He didn't go to spring practice today. How you feel about it? What you feel about it, Kenny?
You created this monster, now y'all deal with it. This is what y'all. I'm saying that towards the NCAA. Like y'all wanted this system, or y'all waited to have a system like this that was half baked to begin with. Y'all put this in play. Now y'all deal with it. So in that case, here you have your first. I wouldn't call it a holdout, but hold in. Like for all technical terms, he's still with Tennessee, still with the program. You know what I'm saying? He just demanded a deal. So still, you know what I'm saying, still with the program. But at the very least, he's like, I'm about to be paid if I'm still here. I don't know what they did during the recruiting season or what this recruiting class they bringing into Tennessee, but clearly he done looked around that locker room and said, hey, there ain't too many damn moneymakers in this locker room to where I shouldn't be getting my fee. And I need my fee. You know what I'm saying? So pay me my money, or I have no problem. I don't think there's a program out there right now that won't take Nico in a transfer portal.
That's why I disagree.
He's going top 5 next year, and
he's very talented, right? But I think the way he's going about this, like holding out for a better deal without entering the transfer portal, I think this might be where some coaches, especially like the big Power 5 coaches, draw a line in the sand. Because if say he leaves Tennessee and goes to another Power 5 program and they pay him, now you open up even a more can of worms. That's a different level can of worms.
Oh no, not you saying this. Hold on.
Totally different. No.
Hold on.
Let me explain.
No. Not you saying it, not the man that was giving me grief, because I was having an issue with the transfer portal and like how, we get to just pick our price even though nah. It was okay just a couple weeks ago to pick your price. What happened?
It still is.
I thought we was okay with the wide receiver that got 750 and 8 tons a year.
It still is. And let me say why it's different. Let me tell you why it's different. The difference is if he hit the portal and went and got the bag and then showed up to spring practice and everything, that's different. You not showing the spring practice trying to be a holdout and trying to like strong arm me into paying you, do like a public holdout, two totally different things. So how would you rather do it, right? Think about it, right? Take it the two options. Just take it like this. You're Tennessee head coach, right?
Yeah.
Nico be like, y'all coach, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to see what's out there for me. I'm about to enter the portal. In the season, I'm into the portal. All right, bet Nico. Now y'all start recruiting Nico again. Nico tells you what he wants. Y'all make that happen. Nobody really knows for real, all the workers of the NIL or nothing that happened. You could have got your 3.5, 4 mil over the summer. I mean, over the winter, and we could have been done. Right? I can stomach that better, or another coach can stomach paying somebody that money better, like or A&M, somebody like that, right? Now, it's different when you have a joker in your weight room, in your facility, practicing, and then say, oh, I'm not in the transfer portal. I'm just not going to show up to practice because I want a better deal. So until y'all give me a better deal, that's when I'll show up to practice. I'll still want to be on the team, and I'm not in the portal yet, but I'm just going to show up. I'm not going to show up to practice and stuff. And now it's the news story, like where everybody talking about it. Why are you holding out? Oh, I want more money. This ain't pro. It's still college. So I don't know how that works in the locker room. It's to see how it's going to be to find out. But one, I can stomach better, right? If I'm another coach, and coaches talk, if somebody else signs him, a Power 4 school signs him and give him the money, you just opened up a can of worms for all your players to do this. This is a litmus test for like coaches right now. Now, some coaches might be cool with it, and I could be totally wrong. But if you do this, now all players gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do what Nico did." Some stuff, even in the era of chaos, is too big. It's too much chaos. If that makes sense.
I understand what you're saying.
So, like, you at Tennessee, I'm at Bama, and we got other people. We all talking. I'm like, shit. Nico on the board, and then we talking like, hey man, hey, we ain't gonna. You like, oh Kenny, Kenny like you like. I ain't gonna let that nigga strong on me like that. All right. If he don't want to be there, and where the backup at, roll this ball out. We gonna play come August with him or without him. Top 5 or not top 5. Everybody else can talk and be like, if somebody else signs him from this power on the Power 4 level and pay him the money that he wants, which I'm not saying it won't happen, but I'm just saying if they do, then college coaches can't complain about cat because now everybody about to do it. If I'm eating like that and I see the young bull come in, the freshman y'all got, he making 1.5 at receiver, and y'all gave me 750. Oh, we need to talk. I'm gonna do a Nico. I'm gonna hold out. I'm not going to the transfer portal. I'm gonna hold out from practice.
Yeah,
that's my take on it. That's why I say it's different than if I just say, hey, from the cast, be like, yo, I'm about to see what my market is. I'm into the transfer portal. That gives another team a chance to recruit me or you to recruit me back during the transfer window. Everybody ain't got to know what's going on. But when you do it like this, now you're making a media circus out of it, even more than it already is. And as a coach, me personally, now I'm with you on this one. It might be old school. As a coach, I can't rock. Like, you ain't about to do that to me, yo. I'm still the head coach of this football team. You ain't about to say I'm just not coming to practice because you want some more money. Because other cats got some money. We had a deal. Now, if you want to leave out the transfer portal and negate that deal and you stop the $2 million that was coming and you go somewhere else and somebody give you money or we recruit you back and we give you more money, that's different. You entered the portal. I'm actively still recruiting. You want me to sit down like a contract negotiation?
Yes, sir.
No.
See,
the way he's doing this, I will agree with you. Now, this might look different on him on the pros because now we're going to see how do you handle, because everybody know that rookie contract, you're going to play on that. You're not going to make that much.
Yeah.
So after a year and you do good, like Jaden, say you come in ball out like Jaden, you want to deal, you're not getting it. You're not. Hey, get on the field or we're going to find you.
But see, that's okay, and that's gonna be my second point. So I'll just swap my second with my first point. That's the difference between pro and college. In pro, there are rules, there are parameters to where that you get your quarterback in the first round, so you can have that 5th-year option, and they set it to where you can renew him after 3. You don't have to play the full 5 years to get your new contract.
Yeah.
He'll be looking around year 3 saying, hey, I'm Jaden Daniels. I did X, Y, and Z. Where's my compensation? I already showed you what I can do, a la Pat Mahomes. I already showed you what I can do by year 3, a la Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? To where those rules, those parameters are already in place. Now we switch to college. The rules here is there are no rules. There are no rules. So with that thinking of, I'm gonna take it as an offense that you do it now as opposed to doing it in the winter, that just tells me this was a pride thing. Because if you don't know, Coach, all of us are on a lease. We are not. You didn't buy us outright. We are all leased to own players. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That if you think everybody's bought into your program solely for the program or solely for a coach, them days are gone. Yeah. And that's what you explained to me a couple weeks ago. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So
but you see, if you open up, if you pay him, say you do this and pay him, you gotta go to your boots and say, hey, I'm gonna need a shit ton more money. Because everybody about to do it. I'm gonna be re-upping every year on every player.
Price them out. And that's what I'm saying. And that then, as the new league turns over, we hollering at, hey, big brother, NCAA, let's talk. Because this shit right here can't happen. It can't continue to happen. If Tennessee got to be an example for this, for them to fall on the sword, and for this to happen to them with Nico, let that be an example. But if I'm Bama, if I don't know, FSU, whoever ends up buying out Nico, yeah, I'm gonna take that deal every time. Because if you think Bama or any of these other schools sitting around, Ohio State, they sitting around thinking, hey, bruh, when that Nico news came out today, they wasn't on the phone like, hey, get your checkbook ready because we might have a shot at this dude in a couple weeks. If you think they wasn't putting those calls in, you crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, because I understand this whole mentality of let's hold the line. We gotta, as coaches, we gotta protect ourselves from the players, and ain't no player bigger than the man. Knock it off. Y'all are in a different league or in a different organization right now.
I'm just
We
saying,
sign checks here now.
If you do this, because everybody know the money goes up as younger guys come in.
Indeed.
If you do this, I might as well to start making contracts. Because now Joker's gonna want language saying, "I want to be top third paid NIL dude, whatever." And we're talking about college kids got everything else paid for. $2 million, $4 million is a lot of money. But I'm just saying, you rock like this, you done opened up a can that you thought that you never had to open. And it's going to be endless. It's never going to be enough for some of these cats. It's never. So what's saying next year? You give him 4 this year, and the next year he want more.
He want 8.
Yeah.
He making more than his coaches. And again, that's why I don't see why I'm okay with this being the example. To be clear, I'm gonna always stick by my point of this shit is the wild, wild west. There ain't no rules here. Before too long, they gonna rein this in. Because if that means Tennessee has to get cracked in the meantime for them to show how much.
It's gonna be more in Tennessee. I think you're just gonna see Nico this year, but next year, you're gonna be like, okay, well, I ain't got in the transfer portal like that to get money. I'm gonna hold out.
I'm gonna just crack the squad I'm with. Yeah, no question. So if these first few teams got to be the example of what not to do, you best believe these coaches, these teams gonna go back to NCAA and say, hey, we need to get some rules in play or get some like parameters in place. Same thing with if I just go to the pros for just a second with Sam Bradford, the last one that was really getting paid big money out the gate in his rookie year. You know what I'm saying? Like after that, they was like, hey, dog, check this out. This fool didn't play his first 2 years, and we paying him a heck of a lot of money. And then we already signed. We had to sign him to that much because he was playing hardball that whole summer. Mm-hmm. He was holding out on his rookie deal. He was holding out.
Yep.
So same deal here. Move it to Nico. Fast forward. Hey, we got a star quarterback who is a star, and who does threaten that he will move on. But I can't have this happen to me year in and year out, losing quality talent because of some contract negotiations. That's not fair to me. That's not fair to his teammates. And that's not fair to what we bought into moving forward.
Yeah, I don't even think it's more than not just like me losing. I think coaches know they're gonna lose talent. It's about like, okay, you said you was gonna stay. We're here. Oh, you wait the spring, right? Almost the end of spring practice, so you want $2 more million because you want to renegotiate. So now I don't want to see Nico will be fine, right?
No question.
The other cat that got like when they start doing they're gonna start doing contracts, and the cat that's not gonna like being there, but you sign this deal and you're gonna have to be here. But now people gonna be on TV crying like, "Oh, just let them out this contract." Nah, like okay, people can't have it both ways. They can't be kids and then want this type of money too. They're workers now. They work for the university. Work for the university, right? Only thing I say about this one is, God, I know mine is a pipe dream. I know he's gonna get paid regardless. Probably Tennessee is gonna do. But if coaches don't stay in the line here, then every year everybody's gonna walk in your office saying, "Hey, I heard such and such making," because these kids, they're not like a workplace where like at our workplace we can't discuss salaries and like that. They're gonna discuss salaries. Oh, I'm the starting left guard, but and I'm making 400,000. The center making 750. Y'all want the same as him? I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Y'all want the same as this? I'm gonna go. I want the same as this. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hold out. I'm gonna still come to film study, use my weight room, eating my calf, all the type of stuff.
Yeah.
But we gotta I need more money, so I can't practice. We hold it. Like it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty. And think about it is we're still talking about an institution of higher learning. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like they're holding out from a practice facility. We're not in the practice facility. They're not nowhere to be found because it's a pro sport. Cats still somewhat have to go to class. They still have to be I have to make sure this dude is still taking classes while I'm recruiting him back because he still has to be eligible to play. So
go ahead.
That's all I'm saying. Like I'm just like I think they gotta reel it in. I think some point they're gonna reel it in because some point the boosters gonna be like, look, I ain't about to keep paying all this daggone money.
Yeah.
And every 4 months somebody leaving. Like that's a lot. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, because you got these folks at gunpoint. And to your point, not only are we talking about a contract for the what you see on the field, but you're also holding a scholarship. You know, you pretty much kidnap a scholarship from the program too. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even go fishing right now, especially if I'm moving away from Tennessee. But who's to say I got that many scholars to give out? So now also you holding me on the gun on both sides, being that you are a student athlete. Because while you're holding in, you're still cashing out on that scholar to go to class, for room and board, for for go to the calf, to do all these things around the campus, to use the weight room. You still on a scholar to do a lot of those things.
Yeah.
That contract is for your on the field play, for the brand that you bring on the field. But outside of being on the field, you still holding up a scholar. So you know what I'm saying? So if everybody can storm in the office and make demands, bro, why not? If if y'all saying F it and let's just ride, then it should be fair. It should be open to everybody. Don't cry and complain now. y'all open the floodgates, let's just ride with it. But you can't. You can't survive like that. The boosters can't survive like that.
It's nasty. It's nasty. This is a nasty world out here. That's why you don't hear us talk about college football too much in the offseason. You never know who's gonna be on the team. We won't know until the fall who's gonna be there, who's not gonna be there. So hope they work it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Nico fan. Don't get twisted. I still think Nico probably the best quarterback coming out next year. Because I seen him play. I'm not saying I won't change my mind on Archie Manning once he plays, but I still got Nico up there as my top quarterback. And I thought this year was a year for him to prove it at Tennessee. They had a dog defense at Tennessee, too, that kept them in a lot of football games. So.
Hey, Coach Josh, I tell you what, either get that deal done or find you a damn good realtor. Because if this don't work out, and that's real messed up to say, but if this don't work out, bro, who knows where you might be at? And that's messed up that I got a whole staff that might be put on notice because my player don't like his deal, or a couple of my talented players don't like their deals. So that can happen every year. Who's next to hold us at gunpoint?
That's what I'm saying. It's never ending.
But this is the monster you created. This ain't the time to rage against the machine. The time to rage against the machine was, a couple years ago. That's when it was time to rage against the machine. This ain't the time. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. They do this. It's a nasty work, different ball game.
Oh,
and now you're talking about Jokers wanting to get out of the NIL they signed to re-up for a bigger one with the same school. Now we just might as well have them sign contracts. Now I'm on the contract thing now. Sign a contract. Nobody want to have contracts. They don't want to be tied to them.
But here's my point, bro. Y'all already operating at an amateur league light. type, way of playing. Y'all already like a pro-am way of doing things already. Make it ironclad if you're gonna do it that way, or at least building some clauses that protects the school and the player.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't just halfway dip your foot in the water, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just you can't. It's just not how this is gonna work out.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hey man, shout out to them. Shout out to hey brother, get your bag. I still ain't gonna hate on that. You know what I'm saying? Get your bag. I can't be too much of a hater on that.
Hey,
I can't hate it.
I'm with it. Anthony said, my boy Ed said, fuck it. I say fuck it now too. You know what I'm saying?
Get your bag. You know what I'm saying? Get your bag, dog. Like, I ain't gonna hate it. You gonna go that route, might as well get the bag while you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like that, man. IDK Sports Pod.
Yes, sir.
Every Monday, 5 p.m. My name's Anthony. It's my main man, Kenny. Like, follow, share, subscribe. Until next time.
What's happening?
Holla.